if you're going to invest in one piece of luxury jewelry this year, don't underestimate the power of a beautiful bracelet. A great bracelet can completely change an outfit. You can wear it with a white t-shirt and jeans, a little black dress, a blazer, or even stuck with your favorite watch and rings. And unlike a trend-driven piece that might look dated in a few years, the best luxury bracelets have something much more valuable: identity. You see one on someone's wrist and immediately know what it is. Cartier Love, Van Cleef Alhambra, Bulgari Serpenti, Tiffany Co. These aren't just accessories anymore. They've become part of the visual language of luxury. So today we're talking about 9 luxury bracelets I think are worth considering in 2026. Some are timeless classics, some are more understated, some are romantic, and a few are definitely for the woman who wants people to notice her jewelry. So let's get into it. And stay until number 1 because my top pick is one of those pieces that can genuinely become part of your signature look. Let's start with something romantic. The Chopard Happy Hearts bracelet. Chopard's Happy Hearts collection combines heart motifs with the Mason's signature diamond aesthetic, and the collection comes in different combinations of ethical gold, diamond, and colorful stones. And honestly, this bracelet has such a different from something like Cartier Love. Cartier feels architectural, Bulgari feels sensual, Chopard feels romantic and playful. That's what makes Happy Hearts so appealing. You have the heart motif, delicate proportions, and that little element of movement and sparkle that makes the bracelet feel alive. It's feminine without being overly sweet. And I love that it can work beautifully as an everyday bracelet. You could wear it with a simple gold watch, stack it with a thin bangle, or let it be the only piece of jewelry on your wrist. That's actually my favorite way to wear something like this. If you're someone who loves jewelry that has a little emotional meaning behind it, Happy Hearts makes a lot of sense. It feels like something you could buy to celebrate yourself, a relationship, a milestone, or simply because you saw it and thought, I want that. And honestly, that's reason enough. Now, let's completely change the mood. Number 8 is the Hermès Click-Clack H bracelet. This is for the woman who wants luxury without looking like she's trying too hard. The Click-Clack H is an enamel bracelet with the iconic H headwear, and Hermès currently lists versions in different finishes and colors. My UK version is listed at £680, and that's exactly why I love it. It isn't covered in diamonds. It doesn't scream fine jewelry. It doesn't need to. The little H gives it instant Hermès recognition. And because the design is relatively clean, you can have fun with color. Black enamel, very chic. White, very elegant. A beautiful neutral, quiet luxury perfection. This is also one of the easiest bracelets on this list to incorporate into a more casual wardrobe. Think oversized blazer, cashmere sweater, white shirt, gold watch. The Click-Clack H just quietly sits there and says, I have excellent taste. And then you hear that little click. Very satisfying. Now we're getting into serious jewelry territory. Number 7 is the Chanel Coco Crush bracelet. If you're obsessed with Chanel's quilter aesthetic, this is basically that visual language translated into fine jewelry. The collection takes inspiration from the quilting associated with the house using rounded shapes, carved lines, and a carved profile. Chanel also designed the bracelets to be mixed, matched, and layered. And this is what makes Coco Crush so interesting. It doesn't look like a traditional luxury bracelet. There isn't a giant logo sitting on your wrist. Instead, the design is recognizable because of the texture and geometry. It's subtle but not boring. And if you want something that works beautifully stacked, this is one of my favorites. Imagine a Coco Crush bracelet next to a Cartier Love, or next to a simple diamond tennis bracelet, or even paired with a watch. The possibilities are endless, and if you prefer white gold and diamonds, Chanel currently has Coco Crush versions that take the glamour level even higher. This is definitely one for the Chanel girl who wants something more sophisticated than simply wearing a Chanel logo. Okay, now we're bringing out the snake. Number 6 is the Bulgari Serpenti Viper bracelet. And this one has attitude. Serpenti is one of Bulgari's most recognizable design signatures, and the snake motif gives the bracelet a completely different energy from the classic Love or Alhambra. It's sensual, sculptural, a little dangerous, and honestly, that's what makes it so good. The Serpenti Viper design wraps around the wrist in a way that feels almost like jewelry and sculpture at the same time. You can choose a more minimal gold version if you want something understated, or go for a diamond set version if you're feeling particularly extravagant. And there are plenty of options across the collection. Current UK luxury retail listings, for example, show Bulgari Serpenti Viper bracelets, ranging from gold versions into significantly higher diamond set pieces. What I love most is that Serpenti doesn't feel like it's trying to be delicate. It has presence. If your personal style is more glamorous, powerful and slightly dramatic. This is going to be probably much more exciting than a classic bangle. At number 5, we have the Tiffany T-Square bracelet. This is for the minimalist, but not for the boring minimalist. The Tiffany T collection takes the letter T and turns it into a very clean geometric design. The square bracelet is especially beautiful because of those strong lines. It feels architectural, modern, polished, and very New York. Tiffany currently offers the T-Square bracelet in different gold variations, while diamond versions take the design into a much more extravagant category. And this is one of those pieces that can look incredibly expensive without being overly decorative. That's important. Sometimes luxury isn't about adding more. It's about having the confidence to stop. One beautiful gold bracelet, one watch, clean nails, simple outfit, done. And if you work in a professional environment, I think this style is particularly easy to wear. It doesn't feel overly feminine or overly flashy. It has structure, which makes it a great everyday luxury piece. Now we're entering timeless territory. Number 4 is the Tiffany Co Diamond Tennis Bracelet. And if you're building a serious jewelry collection, I don't think you can ignore the tennis bracelet. This is the kind of jewelry that doesn't really have an expiration date. It works in 2026, it worked decades ago, and it will probably still look incredible decades from now. The beauty is in the simplicity, a continuous line of diamonds around the wrist. That's it. But when the light catches every stone, game over. This is the bracelet you wear to a wedding, to a black tie dinner, on holiday with a silk dress. But you can also wear it with jeans and a sweater. If you're the kind of person who enjoys casually wearing diamonds on a Tuesday. And Tiffany offers a range of diamond bracelet styles. With pricing and specifications varying, I designed a diamond selection. If you want one bracelet that feels genuinely timeless rather than trend-driven, this is a very strong choice. Now we're getting into iconic Cartier territory. Number 3 is the Cartier Just and Glue bracelet. And I love the story behind this design because it takes something completely ordinary, a nail, and turns it into luxury jewelry. This is such a Cartier move. The design is bold, minimal, industrial, but somehow still incredibly elegant. It's almost like wearing a tiny piece of modern sculpture around your wrist. And compared with the love bracelet, Just and Glue feels a little more rebellious, a little less traditional, a little more fashion-forward. Cartier offers the design in different metals, sizes and diamond set versions, with UK luxury retail listings, showing everything from smaller gold styles to much more elaborate diamond pieces. I particularly love this bracelet when it's worn with other jewelry, a watch, a thin gold bangle, a few delicate rings. The contrast between something delicate and the strong nail silhouette is gorgeous. If Cartier Love is the classic girl, Just and Glue is her cooler sister. Number 2 had to be here, the Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra bracelet. This is one of those designs that instantly communicates luxury without needing a giant logo. The 4-leaf clover motif is the star, and depending on the version, you can find different stones and materials that completely change the personality of the bracelet. Mother of pearl, soft and feminine. Onyx, more dramatic. Carnelian, warm and luxurious. And that's why Alhambra has such longevity. You can find a version that actually feels like you. The design is recognizable, but it doesn't feel aggressive. It has this beautiful old-world elegance to it. And if you're building a jewelry wardrobe, rather than simply buying one statement piece, Alhambra is especially interesting because it works beautifully with necklaces, earrings and rings from the same universe. It creates that polished, coordinated look without making everything feel too matchy-matchy. For me, this is one of the ultimate quiet luxury jewelry pieces. People who know jewelry will know. Everyone else will simply think, oh, that's beautiful. And sometimes that's exactly the goal. And finally, number 1, the bracelet that has probably inspired more jewelry wish lists than almost anything else. The Cartier Love bracelet. Honestly, could it have been anything else? The Love bracelet is one of those rare jewelry designs that has crossed over from being a product into becoming a cultural symbol. The screws, the oval shape, the instantly recognizable design, you can see it from across the room. And that's exactly why it remains so powerful. It's not trying to follow a trend. It has its own identity. And there are so many ways to make it personal. Yellow gold gives you that classic warmth. Rose gold feels softer and more romantic. White gold feels modern and understated. And diamond versions take the whole thing into serious high jewelry territory. Current UK luxury retail listings show Cartier Love styles across multiple metals, sizes, and diamond configurations with substantial price differences depending on the exact model. But here's a real reason I put it at number 1. It's incredibly versatile. You can wear it alone, you can stack 2, you can pair it with a watch, you can mix metals, you can wear it with casual clothes, you can wear it with evening wear, and somehow it always works. That's what makes a luxury classic. not simply that it's expensive, but that you can imagine yourself wearing it 10 years from now. And that's the kind of jewelry I would rather spend serious money on. So those are my top 9 luxury bracelets to buy in 2026. Let's quickly recap. Number 9, Chopard Happy Hearts. Number 8, Hermès Click Clack H. Number 7, Chanel Coco Crush. Number 6, Bulgari Serpenti Viber. Number 5, Tiffany Co T-Square. Number 4, Tiffany Co Diamond Tennis Bracelet. Number 3, Cartier Just Clue. Number 2, Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra. And number 1, Cartier Love. But here's the thing, there isn't one perfect luxury bracelet for everyone. If you're romantic, you might love Chopard. If you're into quiet luxury, Hermès or Van Cleef might be your thing. If you want something architectural, Tiffany T is gorgeous. If you want drama, go Serpenti. If you want something timeless, the tennis bracelet is hard to beat. And if you want an icon, well, Cartier Love is an icon for a reason. Personally, when buying luxury jewelry, I think the most important question isn't, is everyone wearing it? It's, will I still love wearing this 5 or 10 years from now? Because trends come and go. But beautiful jewelry, that can become part of your identity. So tell me in the comments, which one would you buy? Cartier Love, Van Cleef Alhambra, or something completely different? And if you love luxury fashion, designer bags, jewelry and all things beautifully and necessary, you already know what to do. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.